Yes. So, Taylor, what's the poll question? What are the results thus far?
Do you think the big guy will get a cut of Hunter Biden's new painting racket?
Didn't he say in the emails he gets a cut of everything?
Do you think the Chinese businessman who gifted Hunter that big, beautiful interest in art when he hears about this? In concentric circles blown through metal straws that people are saying are really, really beautiful.
He probably has a lot of straws around his house, so he put them to work doing double duty, multitasking, double straws.
He has his Parmesan straw and his painting straw. 85% say yes, the big guy will get a cut.
It's only right and proper and fitting.
You know, Howie, this is giving me an idea. Honest Howie's paintings. Why can't you get into this racket? You could put something together. I'm going to bring in... I'm going to go to an art shop and I'm going to get you a canvas and some paint. And we're going to do this tomorrow.
The big question is, which of my ex-con buddies am I going to get to be my art dealer?
Well, here's what we'll do. I'll talk to the mailer manager. Maybe we'll auction it off on our website and we'll see what we can get. I don't think we're going to get $500,000. I mean, your dad's not the president, but maybe we can get 50, maybe a sawbuck.
You know, people are saying, Grace, getting back to Joe Biden in Geneva, that, you know, he has many of the classic symptoms that police write into their reports when they arrest somebody for drunk driving.
Yeah.
Bloodshot eyes, slurred speech, unsteady on his feet. He did not have the odor of alcohol about him, I'm sure. But another thing that he had, and that's why he wears the shades, and that is what is known in police parlance as the 1,000-yard stare. You know, totally vacant.
Yeah.
And that's what he has.
Well, I thought a very strange part...
And he can't count backwards either. He can't count forwards, for that matter.
I thought a very strange part was when he took his jacket off. I understand that it's hot in Geneva today. I think it was like 86 degrees. But he said, with your permission, I'm going to take my jacket off. It just was a little bizarre. And then how, if you notice, when he was leaving... He looked like I do when I'm leaving the office because he had his binder, he had his jacket, he had his shades. It was too much going on.
Well, I know technology has advanced in the days since they used to say at the U.S. Attorney's Office when they wired somebody up, quit the grinning and drop the linen, because you could be wired up.
Yeah.
But I thought to myself, if he is getting instructions from somewhere, why would you take off the coat? I mean, there's got to be some kind of incriminating devices that would be more visible once you take off the coat.
I'm glad you brought this up because I have been thinking the same thing because remember the other day, and maybe Taylor could grab it for us. Remember the other day, the really long pause one where he was asked about, I think it was Putin, and he had this incredibly long pregnant pause. And I thought it really did kind of sound in that moment. Like it was just enough time where it looked like he was listening to someone giving him an answer. So I thought, I wonder if he's listening to someone in his ear, not to be conspiracy theorists. But
well, look, I mean, he has made clear that the answer is, I believe he has in the past essentially acknowledged that.
Do you know what I mean? The
Yeah.
answer is like he had just heard it, but then his answer didn't make any sense either. So I thought, maybe not, because the person in the earpiece has to be giving him better stuff than that.
Back in March when he said that comment, he was so far removed from this meeting, he didn't really care what he said about Putin. But 1-2 days before the meeting, he knows Putin's going to be watching him, and so he wanted to be very careful with what he said.
So who's speaking in his ear? The foreign minister?
I'm not saying anybody's speaking in his ear.
But I'm just saying who was speaking in his ear today or yesterday when he paused for 10 seconds.
It's somebody who doesn't have much media training either. Maybe it's Kamala Harris in his ear. And she's going, "Oh, you know what, Joe? Just laugh. Just do an empty cackle. That will help you." So the headlines right now in the New York Post are things like Biden blows up at news conference after meeting Putin. There's a nice big picture, Howie, on the main page of the New York Post right now. It says "Smokin' Joe. Biden blows up," and it's a picture of him when he's walking off right before he turned around.
I just thought of another scandal involving Donald Trump and a woman. Remember when there was a woman who gave a big story. It was front page news for days. She was on a plane flight with Donald Trump, in the first class section. And remember that the flight attendant said, I have one steak left, and Donald Trump grabbed it before the woman could have it. And that was an example of his misogyny. Remember that?
Oh my gosh, are you kidding me? When we get free graft in here, Howie's like George Costanza clearing people in the fire episode of Seinfeld.
You know why?
You need to get out of the way.
You know why, Grace? Because I'm the big guy here.
No, it's a union thing. That's what you say, right?
Well, I used to say that when I was in a union working with other union people.
All right, so Biden blows up at a news conference after Putin meeting because Caitlin Collins had the audacity to ask him, a normal question. And also something people are noticing when we're talking about earpieces and things like that, Biden had another cheat sheet with him at the summit meeting. And a lot of my texters earlier today, how we were saying, every time he looks down at his notes, it's not subtle. Like he very much tilts his whole face down. You see his eyes almost close. He's trying to read what's on there. And we got a sneak peek of what was on there a few days ago. And it's things like DOJ under Trump, out of control, not with me.
Right.
Trump bad.
Right, I know. 760 says Joe is not going to get a cut of the painting racket because Hunter just has to say, Dad, I already pay you. Didn't you remember?
I'd like to get my hands on one of those paintings. Just for laughs. By the way, Putin was asked what he talked with Biden about, and I can't tell if he's kind of trolling him with this answer. Let's play cut 22, please, Taylor.
He talked a bit about his family. And what his mother told him. They are important things. Maybe they're not quite relevant.
That is, never mind. When I read it, I wasn't sure, but now I'm sure he's making fun of him.
Well, the best thing was in that interview with NBC last night, Putin, when he said, what about that woman, that unarmed woman that was killed at the Capitol? And what about all those people that have been locked up without having charges placed against them since January 6th?
But, like, how sad is it that our reporters in the United States are so bad that Vladimir Putin has to come here and ask these questions? Yeah, they're not here, but you know.
Yeah, that we're being called out by the guy who's, I know he's nominally elected, but he's the dictator.
And it was the same thing with Antony Blinken when he was meeting with the leaders in China, and they were saying, listen, you can't tell us how bad we are. You guys are racist, misogynist. That's what all your politicians run on every 4 years. And Antony Blinken was kind of like, we're working on it. Yeah. By the way,
they're not making foreign ministers like they used to. That's all I can say.
Oh, amen, brother. By the way, guys, we will be at the 110 Grill in Woburn on Friday. It's going to be so fun. I hope everyone comes by. Howie, I don't know about you, but I've been loving these summertime remotes. I think it feels extra special because we missed out on a year. Yeah. So if you missed out last year and you guys want to see us, please stop by the 110 Grill in Woburn. Make a reservation. That's a great thing about it is you can make a reservation and you
get a free book. You can do the... You can get the Father's Day present for dear old Dad on the arm for the donut.
Exactly.
And it's autographed, too. And I'll be glad to personalize it for dear old Dad if you just bring it by.
And I'll be there at 12, and then Howie gets there at 3, and we'll be there until 6 o'clock. So you have a big window of time to stop by.
All right. Summer is a time for excitement, whether it's leaving your worries behind and going on vacation for a few days or just leaving your comfort zone and trying something new today with HelloFresh. With HelloFresh, I can try new dishes without the usual hassles of cooking something for the first time. They deliver it right to your door. I got another email today from one of our listeners. She tried something new. She took a chance. She and her husband took a chance on plant-based protein. That's like the Impossible Burger because of our trust in HelloFresh. Truly, I never would have tried plant-based protein otherwise. I just wasn't that curious about it. But HelloFresh had this dinner that looked so delicious, plant-based, protein, ragu, rigatoni bake. I wanted to try it, plant-based, protein or no. Anyway, it was just terrific. This is a real letter I'm reading, an email. The plant-based protein looked, cooked, and tasted the same as hamburger meat would have. Very, very pleased. Horizons expanded once again. That's another rave review from HelloFresh. No need to put grocery shopping or meal planning on your summer calendar. You can just get it delivered right to your door. HelloFresh offers more than 27 meals to choose from every week with new recipes constantly being added, so there's always something new to try. There are meal options for different dietary lifestyles. You just heard the plant-based protein, which is vegan, I guess, or low-cal. They're even quick dinners and 10-minute lunches, perfect for switching things up. And with pictures, easy-to-follow directions, and pre-measured ingredients, each dish is easier to make than the last. Have you tried some great HelloFresh dishes that you'd like to try us about? Send your reviews to Taylor at HowieCarrShow.com, Taylor at HowieCarrShow.com, and we'll try to read some of them. Go to HelloFresh.com/Howie12 and use code Howie12 to get 12 free meals across 4 boxes, including free shipping on your first box. That's code Howie12 at HelloFresh.com/Howie12. I'm Howie Carr.
Don't touch that dial. Howie Carr will be back after this.